This segment of DelmarvaLife is sponsored by TidalHealth.
When we think of the human brain, we often think of mystery, complexity, and how much there is to truly discover. Well, it is the control center for everything we do, our movement, our memories, and our personalities.
So that means when something goes wrong or a problem presents itself, the stakes couldn't be higher. Joining us this afternoon is Amiel Bethel with TidalHealth Neurosurgery. Welcome to Historic Studio D.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell us a little bit, for people who don't know about neurosurgery, what is it and what do you treat at TidalHealth?
Sure. So we are the surgical specialty that deals with disease states and illnesses of the brain, spinal cord, the spine, and peripheral nerves, so all of the nerves of your body. So any disease state or illness that has to do with treatment of those structures is what we deal with in a surgical pattern, or sometimes without surgery.
Yeah. So when we hear the words stroke, brain injuries, brain tumors, it can be alarming, but neurosurgery has come a long way, hasn't it, in treating these things?
Sure, and we're making advances every year. So probably the biggest advances we've made has been in minimally invasive procedures and the installation of some of our computer technology into what we do in the operating room. So stereotaxy, which means using a guidance system to help us make the smallest of incisions and make the smallest of invasions in the tissues that we're dealing with, have been major advancements in what we do.
And that's a big plus when it comes to recovery, isn't it?
Absolutely. So it cuts down on recovery time, and actually with more tissue not being destroyed during surgery, it actually helps with the healing process, making it more a simpler procedure.
Why is it important for a community like ours to have access to comprehensive neurosurgery?
So as you know, a lot of the disease states that we deal with, time is of the essence.
Sure.
So when it comes to strokes and to tumors and especially to trauma, the more time that you spend in the field and not in the hospital, the more chance there is that your outcomes aren't going to be as good. So having rapid access is always a very important thing for a community, and for us to have a comprehensive center that takes care of these problems right in our community is going to make the outcomes better for patients.
So neurosurgery really is a team sport. You kind of communicate a lot with a lot of different specialists.
Yeah,
don't you?
sure, absolutely. So we have a very close relationship, of course, with our critical care physicians in the intensive care unit, with our medicine doctors, and of course, since we treat the constellation of patients from infants all the way to the elderly, we have very close relationships with our pediatricians and primary care physicians and our geriatricians as well. We also have a very close relationship with our other compadres in surgery, our general surgeons and our orthopedic surgeons, and sometimes our ear, nose, and throat doctors.
And that's really important. I guess people don't connect all of that together. And also, I imagine education in the community is key for what you do.
Absolutely. So we try to keep the community very educated about what we do and how we do it, so that they're up to date on the things that they can do to help somewhat prevent from seeing us, and also to help them make decisions regarding their future care for their spines and for their brains.
And time is brain when it comes to a stroke, right?
Yes, it is, absolutely. And of course, all of the things that you do during your lifetime are also impacting what happens with your brain and spine.
So fascinating. Dr. Amiel Bethel with TidalHealth Neurosurgery, thank you so much
You're welcome.
for coming
Thank
in
you.
and
Thank you
talking
for
to us
inviting
today.
me. Yes.